Hello guys, Kento Gamer here, bringing you a review on Mortal Kombat X. I want to try to keep this one short and sweet for you, so let's just get right into it. Alright guys, let's start it off by talking about the core gameplay. It follows the same formula as all the other MK games, so, not trying anything crazy with this one. You now have the ability to interact with your environment. It doesn't affect the gameplay that much, but when it is in use, it can be a major factor. For example, now, when you interact with the environment, those attacks can do upwards towards 20, 30% of your health. So it can get a little crazy at times, but this is an optional feature, so, feel free to toggle that off. If you don't like it, it's nothing that's going to break the game for you. Alright, as far as balance goes, this time around there's definitely some kinks to work out, but the game's only been out for a week, so can't hold it too hard against them this time. If it stays the same, then there might be some issues. But just like with any game, if you're good enough, every character is viable, but right now, not everyone is competitive for sure. That being said though, this game is still welcoming to newcomers, very easy to pick up and play, and veterans will definitely find some fun challenge in it for them as well. Alright guys, let's move it on to the roster. This time around, you're definitely going to notice some faces missing. The roster isn't huge, but there's a lot there to have some fun with, especially with each character having 3 variations. This time, if you want to play with any character, very viable, because now, even if you don't like their moveset, you got 2 more to choose from, so you're definitely going to have some fun with that. However, it does feel like the characters they did leave out didn't really make a whole lot of sense, because some characters, were gone in the last game. Not going to ruin it for you if you didn't play those. However, they did come back and are playable characters in this game, so saying that they're dead or they just couldn't be brought back for some reason doesn't make a whole lot of sense, considering they did bring back some other characters. But regardless, the roster this time around is pretty solid. The new characters are definitely a great addition. I did have my reservations at first, but they're all very fun to play, and none of them feel too broken with the exception of maybe one. Alright, now I'm going to move it on to the portion I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to hear about, and that is the storyline. I'm not going to throw any spoilers in here, so feel free to listen on and, just hear what I gotta say. The story, pretty decent length for a fighting game, about the usual. 3 hours. If you don't care about the cutscenes, probably going to run you 2. If you're good, you might even be able to beat it sooner than that. I'm pretty casual when it comes to fighting games, so it took me about 3.5 hours, and that's with all the cutscenes. Now, as for the quality of the story, I feel like it does a good job describing some characters' backstories, and others clearly didn't get as much love. They played a little bit of favorites, but I don't think it hurt the game to too much of an extent. The story this time around, mediocre at best to me. The ending might be something you want to check out. It does leave off on a cliffhanger. That could be either good or bad for you. I know I, for one, was very excited once I saw how it ended. However, most of the story was very predictable. It didn't draw me in too much. It kept me strung along just enough to finish the game, but nothing mind-blowing, and you can call the end from a mile away. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of this Mortal Kombat review. Feel free to check out some of my other videos, and please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Kenshi wins. Fatality.